Hi, welcome to my retirement roadmap. This is the first video, the introductory video, talking about investing in fitness. So, I have a good story that goes along with this. When people learn that I am an investment advisor representative in the state of California, and that we have our own re, registered investment advisor firm, they say you should talk to Ty about investing. So maybe someone comes into an inheritance or they have some extra money or whatever. Talk to Ty; he can help you with that. And I really, when it comes to investing our money, okay, I'm pretty boring. And we'll get to that. That's coming later on in these education videos. But the one thing I want to tell folks is the most important thing that we can invest in, it's not crypto or the next NVIDIA or private equity or precious metals, any of that stuff. The most important thing that we can invest in is in ourselves. And today I'm talking about investing in fitness. Now, not to get too far off track, but if we're talking about younger folks, say, like we have nieces and nephews and whatnot, if they're in their 30s, let's say, investing in themselves, that would also include investing in their human capital as far as, education and skills, etc. And we're not talking about going to the biggest, fanciest, most expensive college or any of that, but just, what they can do to make themselves more marketable and make sure that as they prepare for their retirement, they are in great shape. So back to this, especially in retirement, the best thing we can do, in my opinion, is that we can invest in our fitness and our health. And I have a good story that kind of goes along with this too. Uh, this is going back to, I think it was 2019, if I've got my math correct. So it's been a few years ago. Uh, and Jeff and I we were on one of our vacations. We were on a train. If I recall correctly, we were on a train from Paris to Amsterdam. And the train stopped just before, the major city before going to Amsterdam. And it was kind of interesting that a couple it was a little older than we were. Let's just say they were in their mid 70s. I'm just guessing, whatnot. But they came on, and I'm like, they're schlepping their luggage on this train, and I'm sitting in my seat thinking, wow, I can't believe they're riding the train, and what do they do with those big suitcases? This is a little crazy. This is my thinking, okay? Well, of course, Jeff, he jumped right up to help them load their big suitcases on the train, and they were actually getting on a cruise ship in Amsterdam. So my point in all this is that as we get into retirement, we want to keep our bodies as healthy and as fit as we possibly can, so we can enjoy our fitness. And that's why I created this video, and it's the first one in the series of these classes that I am actually conducting physically, in person, I should say, in person classes. And following the classes, I am doing these videos so I can share them out there to a larger audience. So you can see, if you're not there, on my website, tyrollins.com, there's a link for education videos. I'm sharing the screen here, and it has the buttons for the videos that are in here. Also, I wanted to bring out some quotes that I think are very interesting that really help kind of lead this discussion. I like this one, health is wealth. I hear this a lot. I hear this from one of my favorite Peloton instructors. We'll talk later about that. But his name is Ben Aldis, and he has this video that I watch probably once a week because it's part of my strength training series that I do. And he said, so I hear that almost once a week, health is wealth. And I think that really nails it, what we're trying to discuss here. Okay? Then my quote is, and I think I came up with this on my own, but I'm sure I heard someone else say something similar, is the best retirement investment we can make is in our fitness. And I truly believe that. You can have all the money in the world, but if we're not fit, if our physical bodies aren't cooperating up to, in good performance, then that's going to drag us down. I like this one. I heard this. I don't know who said it, but I love this. It's you can't pay someone to go to the gym and lift weights for you. I really like that because it's kind of an equalizer. So these people who have tons and tons of money, they really can't pay to get somebody to lift those weights and do their physical fitness for their routine for them. I really think that's pretty cool in an odd sort of way. Now, sure, they can hire the fancy instructors or go to the fanciest gyms, but so what? It's physical fitness. You got to do it yourself. Anyway, so then here is another one of my favorite quotes. This again is from a Peloton instructor, Bradley Rose. So I love this quote. I heard it the other day from him. He says, if you're bored with fitness, you're doing it with the wrong people. And I think that's great. And we'll talk about that through this video series as we go along. Anyway, so that really does talk a lot about the introduction, why I'm doing this video series about investing in our fitness and why I think it's super important. And I should qualify this too, because we talk about retirement financial planning, investment advice, financial advice, whatever. Okay, this is not one of those sections that really is in a financial plan to say, hey, how are you doing? Are you keeping up with your exercises? Is your weight good? Are you in good health? That's really not part of it because it's not directly correlated to our financial plan or any of that. So, but I think it's important, and I definitely wanted to include it. I wanted to include it right out the gate. Thanks, and we'll chat more in the following videos.